Good morning. It's Kevin at Mind Trainer Meditation. This is a free pop-up chair yoga class that I would like to share with you a morning routine. For those of you that may experience some pain, stiffness of joints, a little trouble getting out of bed first thing in the morning, this is a routine that I use each morning before I meditate. It is a seated routine, so all you need is some comfortable clothing. And by comfortable, I just mean clothing that allows free movement, something that will not restrict at all your body moving in various ways, various limbs, and a chair. It's as simple as that. So, to begin, I will just mention that anytime you are receiving instructions in a yoga class, be it online with me, in person with me, or with a different instructor, all instructions in a yoga class are always to be considered invitations. So it is up to each of us individually to make choices about what our body is prepared for on any given day when we are about to do yoga. So listen to the messages that you receive from your body because your yoga instructor will not receive those messages. The common expression in yoga is no pain, no pain. It is not like going to the gym for a vigorous workout where you can expect a little bit of pain in your resistance training as a way to gain muscle mass. This is about a slow, easy, energizing, comfortable practice. So if you are feeling pain or resistance, then your course of action should be to either stop completely for a moment and assess that pain for yourself. Or if it is a range of motion that is causing you pain, you might decide to lessen that range of motion to the extent that you're able to do it without experiencing pain. It may be that at some point during a class, you decide, based on the message that you are receiving from your body at that time, that you will stop for a moment, assess some pain in your body, make a decision about what's right for you, and possibly observe for a minute or two as you catch your breath and decide whether you're going to move forward and pick it up again, or whether you are going to become an observer for the remainder of that sequence, maybe for that posture, or even for the remainder of a particular class on a given day. It is all about the living edge. And what I mean by that is that on any given day, you will experience the extent to which your body is capable of moving in a certain direction or folding or twisting, and that might not be the same on every day. It might be different every single time you come to do some practice of yoga. So one day my forward fold might look beautiful and be pain free, and the next day my forward fold, I might fold about halfway that I folded the day before and feel a little bit of resistance or strain or pain in my back and say, oh, today is not the day that I'm going to do that beautiful deep forward fold. Today is the day I'm going to do a half forward fold and leave it at that and move on to the next part of my routine. So everybody, please make those choices for yourself because I cannot make them for you, especially in a virtual format such as this. But even if you were present with me in class, not being a mind reader at all, I cannot make those choices for you because I simply don't know how you're feeling unless you tell me. And of course, in this format, that's not going to be possible. So what I would like to do with you this morning, or whenever it is you are checking out this free pop-up class, is this morning routine, as I mentioned. And this morning routine for me includes three different variations of Surya Namaskar or sun salutation, the seated versions, that is. So I typically will do 5 repetitions each of sun salutations A, B, and C, the seated versions. After which my body is warmed up. Things that have been tightened during the night, muscles, joints, etc., will have been loosened up sufficiently. and I feel somewhat energized for the day. And that usually for me is followed by a 15 to 20-minute meditation, after which my mind is also calm, centered, and focused, and I am truly prepared, mind, body, and spirit, for what the day has in store for me. So if that sounds good for you, you may use this video whenever you like, of course. And if it is helpful for you, maybe this is a practice that you'd like to incorporate into your own day. So before I begin, I will also just mention briefly that if you are a resident of the Annapolis Valley, I do teach a weekly chair yoga class in the town of Kentville at 1:30 in the afternoon every Friday. You can contact Kentville Parks and Recreation to inquire about registering for that class. And beginning this coming Friday, October 17th, I open my second chair yoga program, and this one will be in Hantsport, Nova Scotia. So if you are a resident of Hantsport or Windsor or anywhere in the West Hants area, and you are looking to join a mindful seated chair yoga practice, it will be every Friday morning at 10 a.m. and it begins this Friday, October 17th. To register for that one, you contact hmccrecreation@gmail.com to register. The cost for that program is $60 for 8 weeks. Or if you wish to simply drop in, you can pay at the event a $10 fee in cash or via e-transfer. So if that speaks to you, perhaps you will join me for live in-person chair yoga practice. All right, let's begin. So typically we begin in a seated position, and just like in standard yoga, Tadasana, or the mountain pose, is our standard beginning posture. So just a quick review, if it is a review for you, or a quick introduction, if that's the appropriate term for you. When you are seated in your chair, you just want to scoot forward on your chair a little bit. You can't see sort of behind my back, but I have about a 6 to 8 inch gap between my back and the chair back. So I'm seated unsupported by the back of the chair with an upright spine. And typically your feet would be directly below your knees, so a 90-degree angle there. Feet hip width apart. If you're not sure about how to set your feet hips width apart, start by putting the heel of your left foot against the midfoot of your right foot, and then just simply pivot on the ball of your foot to straighten out that foot. And there is essentially hip width apart for your feet. In terms of an upright spine, I will not use the word straight because backs are not meant to be straight. They have a natural curve to them. We don't want to impede or change that in any way. So just a nice upright posture. And your shoulders should be squared and your chin tucked back a little bit. In order to set your shoulders properly, this is the way I usually begin, is I just slowly raise my arms out to the sides. Roughly speaking, I'm looking like I'm flying an airplane here. Flip your palms face up, and you will feel a slight downward pressure on your shoulders in the joints. So that sets your shoulders squarely the way they ought to be for Tadasana. At that point, you can flip your palms face down and let your arms drop to your side. Your arms can just simply hang loose at your side, as mine are now, or place them gently, palms down on top of your thighs. Either is okay. In terms of the neck and head posture, we have a tendency in this world of staring at screens all day to sit in a kind of a hunched forward fashion with our chins in a forward position that is quite unnatural in terms of correct alignment. So we just want to consciously tuck our chin back a bit so that our chin is in line with our upright spine. And this is seated Tadasana, or seated mountain pose. That is our starting posture for any chair yoga sequence. So there you have seated Tadasana. Now we are ready to begin. I am going to walk you through 5 repetitions of each of sun salutation A, B, and C, which is exactly what I normally do to start my day before I meditate and then get dressed and have breakfast and all the other things that follow in the run of a daily routine. So, if you're ready, we're going to begin with our arms just hanging loose at our sides, and I will walk you through each one of the salutation sequences, verbal instructions included, for the first couple of repetitions, and then I will back off my verbal instruction. And if you get lost in the sequence or confused, just simply watch me and pick up when the next cycle of the sequence begins and enjoy the practice. So here we go. On our next inhalation, we're going to slowly raise our arms up over our heads, either hands shoulder width apart, or if you wish to feel a little greater stretch, place your palms together above your head. On your next exhalation, we're going to fold forward over our right leg and clasp our hands together below the right knee. When we inhale again, we will sit up and lift the right leg gently off the floor. On exhalation, we lower that leg back to the floor, folding forward over the left leg. Clasp your hands below the left knee. Inhale, sitting up, raising the left foot off the floor. Exhale, lowering that foot back to the floor, and continue to fold forward, placing your hands on your shins, leaving your hands on your shins. Inhale and raise your head up to look forward. Feel a nice gentle stretch to the spine. Exhale and fold forward again, letting your head dangle. Move your arms behind you and clasp the seat of your chair with your hands. When you inhale, you're going to arch your back and look forward. Feel that nice arch in your back, a nice stretch. And when we exhale again, we fold forward and let our hands go down as far as they can, maybe to your ankles, maybe touching your feet, maybe even touching the floor. We'll inhale again and rise to seated upright position, arms coming up overhead, palms together if that feels right for you. That is one repetition of Sun Salutation A. Now stay with me for 4 more. Exhale, folding forward over the right leg, hands clasped below the right knee. Inhale, upright, foot off the floor. Exhale, down, hands clasped below the left knee. Inhale, up. Exhale, down, folding forward, hands to shins. Inhale, slight arch to the back, looking forward. Exhale, folding forward, moving the hands behind you, clasp the chair seat. Inhale, nice arch to the back, looking up and forward. Exhale, folding forward, arms dangling as low as they can. Inhale, coming back to upright position, arms overhead, 2 repetitions. Exhale, folding forward, hands clasping below the right knee. Inhale up, exhale down, hands clasp under the left knee. Inhale up, exhale down, folding forward, hands to shins. Inhale, look up. Exhale, folding forward, hands clasp the chair seat. Inhale, arch the back, looking straight ahead. Exhale, folding forward, hands down. Inhale to upright, hands above the head. 3. Exhale, clasp hands. Inhale, exhale, clasp left. Inhale, exhale, hands to shins. Inhale, exhale, inhale, nice arch. Exhale, inhale, upright. 4, one more. Exhaling. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. That's 5 repetitions of Sun Salutation A. So normally I would just transition straight into the next Sun Salutation sequence. As this is a teaching class, I will pause briefly as we reset. Just make sure that you are still in a nice posture in terms of seated Tadasana before we begin Sun Salutation B's sequence. Sun Salutation B is a little bit longer of a sequence. We're going to do 5 repetitions of the next Sun Salutation. I will begin with step-by-step verbal instructions for the first 2 repetitions, and then as I did with Sun Salutation A, I will back my instruction off a bit for the 3rd, 4th, and 5th repetition. So if you get lost or confused in that sequence of movement, just pay visual attention to where I am in the sequence and either pick it back up midstream or pause briefly, take a deep breath, and pick it up with the next repetition of that Sun Salutation sequence. So if you are ready, let's begin Sun Salutation B. Again, we will begin with our arms hanging loose at our sides. We will begin with a nice deep inhalation of breath, raising our arms straight out in front of us to about shoulder height. We will interlace our fingers together. We will flip that so that our palms face outward. And on our next inhalation, we raise those clasped hands and arms above our head. We will exhale, leaning to the right as far as is comfortable. When we inhale, we come back to center. We exhale, leaning to the left as far as is comfortable, and inhale back to center. As we exhale, our arms will release and drop down, swing behind you, and at the same time, plant your right heel on the floor in front of you, straight out in front of you. We'll inhale, lifting our arms right back up over our heads again. We can clasp or place our palms together if that feels comfortable. If not, shoulder width apart. When we exhale next, we will drop our arms back down and at the same time, return our right foot to the started position. We'll inhale up again, arms straight out in front, clasp hands, flip to palms facing outward. Inhale straight up over the head. Exhale, leaning to the right. Inhale back to center. Exhale to the left. Inhale back to center. We'll exhale, lowering our arms and putting our left foot out, heel to the floor in front of us. Swing those arms behind you as far as comfortable. And when we inhale again, swing those arms right back up overhead. Clasp your palms together if that's comfortable for you, or leave them shoulder width apart. Exhale, let your arms come back down and bring your left foot back to the starting position. That's 1 repetition of Sun Salutation B. So we do this routine for the right side, also for the left side, and that's 1 repetition of this Sun Salutation. Now, 4 more repetitions before we move on to the final Sun Salutation C. Here we go. Arms loose, dangling at our sides. Inhale up, shoulder height, clasp hands, flip to palms facing outward. Inhale up, exhale to the right, inhale up to center, exhale left, inhale up to center, exhale, arms down, sweeping behind you, right heel out in front of you, touching the floor. Inhale all the way up, palms together. Exhale down, bringing your right foot back Inhale up, arms to shoulder height, clasp hands, flip palms out. Inhale up, exhale, leaning to the right. Inhale up, exhale left. Inhale up, let your arms fall down, sweeping behind you. Left foot out in front, heel on the floor. Inhale, arms up overhead. Clasp palms together if that feels comfortable. Arms back down on the exhale and foot back to starting position. That's 2 repetitions. Inhale, arms up out in front of you. Clasp hands, flip palms out. Inhale up, exhale right. Inhale up, exhale left. Inhale up, exhale down, arms behind you, right foot out, heel to floor. Inhale up, exhale down, foot back to starting position. Swing arms up on the inhale, clasp hands, flip palms out. Inhale up, exhale right. Inhale up, exhale left. Inhale up, exhale, arms down behind you, left leg out in front of you, heel on the floor. Inhale all the way back up, palms together. Exhale down, foot back to starting position. That's 3 repetitions, 2 more. Inhale up, arms out in front of you, clasp hands, flip those palms to the outward position. Inhale up, exhale to the right. Inhale up, exhale left. Inhale up, exhale, arms swinging down and behind you, right foot out in front of you, heel to the floor. Inhale all the way up, palms together. Exhale down, foot back to starting position. Inhale, arms up in front of you, clasp hands, flip the palms out. Inhale up, exhale right. Inhale up, exhale left. Inhale up, exhale, arms down, swinging behind you, left foot out in front, heel to floor. Inhale up, palms together. Exhale, arms down, foot back to starting position. That's 4. 1 more. Inhale up, arms out in front, clasp hands, flip the palms out. Inhale up, exhale right. Inhale up, exhale left. Inhale up, exhale, arms down, sweeping behind you. Right leg out, heel to floor. Inhale, arms back up overhead, palms together. Exhale, arms coming down, right foot back to starting position. Inhale up, arms out in front of you, hands clasped together. Flip the palms out. Inhale up, exhale to the right. Inhale up, exhale to the left. Inhale up, exhale, arms coming down and sweeping behind you while the left leg comes straight out, heel to the floor. Inhale all the way back up, palms together. And exhale, arms coming back down to starting position and left foot back to starting position. That is 5 repetitions of Sun Salutation B. Just rest your hands gently, palms facing down on your thighs for a moment. Our final Sun Salutation for this warm-up morning routine, or routine for any time of day when you might need to loosen up and energize and warm up a little bit and get ready to go. So Sun Salutation C, our final sequence for this mindful practice. We will begin once again with our arms hanging loose at our sides, feet hip width apart, upright spine, chin tucked back, nice seated Tadasana starting posture. So we always sort of check that before we begin our next posture or sequence of movements. So here we go. Inhaling up, arms overhead. We will exhale, folding forward, this time over our right knee leg. We're going to clasp our hands together on the outside of the right knee. When we inhale, we're going to inhale and lean back, look up, and at the same time raising that right leg off the floor. When we exhale, we're going to lean our head forward towards the right knee while it's still hanging in the air. When we inhale and lean back, and we will exhale, allowing that foot to come down to the floor. At the same time, we will clasp our hands around the left knee. We will inhale and lift the left leg off the floor while we lean back and look up at the ceiling. We will exhale and point our head in the direction of the left knee. Inhale, lean back again. Exhale, let that knee come back to the floor. We will fold forward all the way as far as is comfortable for us. Hands may be touching the ankles, maybe touching the feet, the toes, or if we're nice and flexible, maybe even the floor. When we inhale again, we're going to sit upright. We're going to raise our arms high. We're going to lean slightly backwards, nice curvature of the back, and looking straight up. And when we exhale, we bring our palms together and bring our hands down to heart center. That is one repetition of Sun Salutation C. So now let's do 4 more repetitions without pausing. Again, if you get lost or confused in the sequence, pay attention visually to me. You may either pick up where you feel comfortable or take a little pause and a couple of breaths and pick up with me the next time the sequence repeats itself. Here we go. Arms loose at our sides. Inhale up, lean back, arch to the spine. Fold forward, clasp hands in front of the right knee. Inhale, lifting the knee, leaning back, looking up. Exhale, pointing that head towards the right knee. Inhale, looking up again. Exhale, bringing that knee back to the foot back to the floor. Hands clasped in front of the left knee. Inhale, lifting up, leaning back, looking up. Exhale, pointing your head towards the left knee. Inhale, looking up. Exhale, letting that foot come back to the floor. Continue folding forward to as far as you can comfortably. Inhale, back to upright. Lean back, arch that spine, arms overhead in front of you. Put your palms together and exhale, hands to heart center. Let your arms fall. That's 2 repetitions. Inhaling up, arching your back. Exhale, folding forward, hands interlaced on the right knee. Inhale, lifting the right leg, leaning back, looking up. Exhale, head pointed toward the right knee. Inhale, arching your back, looking up. Exhale, bringing that foot back to the floor, clasp in front of the left knee. Inhale, lean back, lift that foot, looking straight up. Exhale, pointing your head towards the left knee. Inhale, arching your back, looking up. Exhale, bringing that foot back to the floor. Continue to fold forward all the way that is comfortable for you. Inhale all the way up to an upright spine, arms up overhead, and continue and lean back as far as is comfortable for you. Bring your palms together and exhaling back to heart center. That's 3 repetitions. 2 more. Arms to your side, inhaling all the way up, leaning back, exhaling, folding forward, clasp the right knee, inhale up, leaning back, exhale, head towards right knee, inhale, leaning back again, exhale, bringing that foot back down, clasp the left knee, Inhale, lean back, lift that leg off the floor. Exhale, pointing your head to the left knee. Inhale, arching the back again. Exhale, putting that foot back on the floor. Continue to fold forward, letting yourself dangle there for a moment. Inhale all the way up to upright. Arch your back and lean back with your hands over your head. Bring your palms together and exhale back to heart center. Let your arms fall. That's 4 repetitions. There's one more. Inhaling all the way up, arching your back, looking up. Exhale, folding forward. Right leg first. Inhale up. Exhale, point your head. Inhale back up. Exhale down. Left knee. Inhale up. Arch your back. Exhale, pointing your head to left knee. Inhale. Exhale down, fold forward. Inhaling upright, arms over your head, lean back, arch that back, palms together, and exhale, hands to heart center. That's 5 repetitions of Sun Salutation C. Thank you very much for joining me for this mindful practice. Feel free to use the video as much or whenever you like. If this practice is helpful for you, by all means, incorporate it into your daily routine and see the benefits of a nice active morning stretch or beginning of routine stretch at whatever time of day you're getting things started and getting ready to be more active. This warms the body, energizes the body, um, loosens things up and gets you ready for an active daily routine that is hopefully less painful, less stiff and sore than a daily routine that does not include this type of preparatory practice. So thank you once again for joining me. I appreciate all of my many followers and watchers. You can also find Mind Trainer Meditation on YouTube. Mind Trainer Meditation and Yoga is available as its own YouTube channel. There are many other videos there that you may use to incorporate more movement into your daily practice. There are also instructional, educational videos about various forms and techniques of meditation that you may use for your regular routine practice of meditation if you are so inclined. Thank you once again. I hope that you have enjoyed your practice with me, and I hope that you will join me again, either virtually here on the Facebook uh, page or on the YouTube channel, or maybe even live in person at one of my classes in the Annapolis Valley of Nova Scotia, Canada. Wishing you good health, happiness, and peace of mind. Namaste.